Hi guys, and welcome to our studio. It's been a little while since we did our last studio tour, and we've got some updated machines, a couple new tables, and moved things around a lot, so we thought we might do an update. So the first machine we're going to talk about is our Cobra Class 26. It's a cylinder arm sewing machine, and we absolutely love this guy. As most of you probably know, this is the machine that we use to sew all of our bags. It was actually the first machine that we purchased when starting our business. Nick did an absolute ton of research on sewing machines, trying to figure out what would be the right machine for us and what we wanted to do. The first thing was it had to be a cylinder arm machine. The cylinder arm is incredibly important when sewing bags because there's lots of different angles that you need to really get in there, and if it were a flatbed, I really wouldn't be able to sew the bags that I do. Also, the Cobra Class 26 is really primed to sew the amount of leather that we do and the thickness that we do. It can sew anywhere from 3 ounces up to about 20 ounces, which is the top level of what we would really be sewing. Some of the other things that we love about this machine is it has a servo motor and speed reducer that makes it so that we can sew incredibly slow if we want to, as well as incredibly fast if we wanted to. And not all that long ago, we added the drop-down roller edge guide. Honestly, I think we should have gotten it a lot sooner, but I was a little nervous about working with it. It's been a lifesaver. In this area, Nick recently set up this shelf so that we can kind of organize out our orders as they come in, so I know what I have to do each day. And so our next machine, which is actually the very next machine that we purchased, is our sanding and burnishing machine. We got this from the Leather Machine Company, and it's been amazing. We purchased this after our very first show, and we used all the money that we made from that show to buy this guy. So on this side, we've got a sanding wheel. It's usually about 60 to 80 grit sanding paper. And on this side, it's a Coca-Cola wheel with all these different grooves so that we can burnish all the different layers of leather that we've got in a bag. You may have noticed that we've got this weird box on the back. Nick actually just set this up recently. It's attached to a shop vac. This can get really dusty when we're sanding, and so the shop vac is helping to suck up quite a bit of that dust.
So this is one of my favorite tools. This is our Weaver 8-ton clicker press. Before this we had a shop bottle jack press where you'd have to ratchet it down like 10 times just to get a click. So for this, all you gotta do is position your leather, your die, and you're cut out. So for us, the reason we went with this particular model is it's a manual. We didn't have to get any new electrical done in our basement. It's not quite as it's very heavy, but it's not as heavy as a hydraulic press, and it fits our needs for now. It fits all of our dies, and it works really well. We also use it to stamp logos on our bags when we're not using our hot foil cold press.
Leather storage can be kind of tricky because the hides are so big, but we like to use this rack here and store everything mostly by color so that we can stay organized. And we store all of our straps here. Hanging them up on this pole has been really helpful. They're just easy to access and see everything that we have.
So with our clicker press, we use these dies to cut out each part of our bags. So each of our bags has a corresponding die, and including even all the little pieces. The reason why we like these dies is because you can see through them. So sometimes dies will come with wood inside or foam, and then you can't see what's underneath. So we can see any kind of scarring and avoid those so we can make sure our finished bags look awesome. We ended up getting these from a place in Texas called Texas Custom Dies. It was one of the first companies I researched, and they've been great to work with ever since. When we were first starting out, we hand cut everything, and that took us a lot of time. One of the easiest decisions we ever made was to go to a clicker press and die cuts. Since getting dies can be an investment, we wait a certain period of time, or if a bag does well enough with volume, then we'll get dies made for it. Another pro tip is because they can be very heavy. If you have a machine shop that can do them close by to you, you'll save on shipping too. So another machine we got that sped up our process was our Easy Edger. It bevels 4 edges of a strap at once. So this easy edger is from Weaver, and let me show you how it works. So you just quickly adjust to the thickness to the width of your strap, and then so as you can see, that saved us a ton of time beveling a strap. We still have our hand bevelers for other parts of the bag. And here we have our bench skiver, which helps us to thin down the ends of our straps. Because we use thicker strap weight leather, if you fold it over, you'll end up blowing out the ends of your strap. And that's why we thin it down.
This is our Buckleguy rivet press. As you can see, Nick added a chain and stirrup to the bottom. I'm super short, so adding this has given me a ton more leverage and made it a lot easier on me. It has interchangeable dies that you can use for each size of rivet, as well as other things. This is our quick print hot press. We use this whenever we're gold foiling our logo onto our bags. So our machine is all heated up to about 250 degrees. We actually bought this one secondhand from an embroidery shop that no longer needed it. You can also purchase letter sets to do personalizations if you like. Besides riveting, we use this area for punching out all of our holes. Nick likes to call it the pound station. And these are our two work tables. We used to be working on just one table, but recently purchased our second one. So this one is Nick's and this is mine. These are Rhino tables that we get from Speed Press. We like these tables because they come with really thick cutting mats. They're about 1/4 inch thick, as well as a grid underneath that covers the entire work surface. They also are incredibly sturdy with a solid wood top and metal base with self-leveling feet. They also give us the opportunity to have lots of storage underneath for all of our scrap and other items.
So this area isn't super exciting, but this is where we package everything. We have our heat sealer, we have a tape dispenser, and then we have what we wrap our bags in as boxes. We also send with each bag some information about Wicket and Craig Leather and ourselves, and this handy postcard. This is our computer area. This is where we work on our website. This is where we do photo editing, video editing, pattern making, all sorts of things.
This is our hat station. This is where we iron our brims flat and steam and hand shape the crowns. We'll also add a hat band using leather cording, as well as create vintage silk liners for some of our hats.
Thanks for watching our updated shop tour. If you are interested in more videos, you can always subscribe to our channel.
And comment below on anything more you'd like to see from us.
See you later.
Bye guys.